Now at 4 o'clock, the number of measles cases in this country continues to grow. Today, Alabama became the 23rd state to report a case of the highly contagious virus. The disease was declared eradicated from the U.S. back in 2000, but now it's back. And Tennessee now has 5 confirmed cases. They're all in East Tennessee at this point. Now, many of you who have children who were too young for measles vaccinations are asking, well, what do I do now? The News 4's Lindsay Nance spoke with doctors. She's working for you tonight about what measures you should be taking. Lindsay.
The 5 cases in East Tennessee were actually expected because they were all linked to that original measles case. Now, doctors say you need to wait until your child is 6 to 12 months old before receiving vaccination, but there's no need to be overly concerned unless you're going to a place with a heavy outbreak like New York or Washington.
We haven't had any new exposures in the community. We don't have any new people in quarantine that we're watching right now outside of the folks that were connected to the first case. So that's really great news.
Great news of us for those in Tennessee, but doctors encourage everyone to get the MMR vaccine to stay ahead of the measles outbreak.
Measles is one of the most contagious organisms that we know of.
So contagious, it can linger for up to 2 hours, even after the infected person leaves the room. Now, if your child is under the recommended 6 to 12-month window for vaccines, doctors say be cautious, but don't panic.
Use common sense. Don't go to places where you know people are going to be sick. Maybe keep that child out of a hospital that doesn't need to be there.
If you're an adult who's unsure if you have received the vaccine, there are ways you can check.
And one is to find their shot records from when they were a kid. Depending on what state they grew up in, they may be able to contact their local health department. They may be able to contact a health department in Tennessee if they've received immunizations in Tennessee.
You can also have blood drawn to see if you have those antibodies in your system that fight measles. Symptoms are a runny nose, cough, fever, red eyes, and then after 3 to 4 days, a red blotchy rash on the face. Then the rash travels down the body to your arms and legs. Doctors say the first thing to do if you suspect measles is to stay home and call the doctors to you because of how contagious it is. In Nashville, Lindsay Nance, News 4.